fight too. Ali didn't have a prayer.
You're the FBI.
We can get you anything in the commissary.
We will be asking you about your family history, antecedent behavior, and thought patterns surrounding the crimes you've been convicted of. Our goal is to eventually publish a statistical analysis which will not include your name.
Thought this was gonna break the monotony.
We can go straight to the questions if you prefer.
Please.
Okay. Let's discuss the pre-crime phase.
It was given under coercion.
You saying it was forced?
I am looking at 3 consecutive life sentences thanks to an elaborate plot by the Portland PD.
You pleaded guilty to 3 counts of murder.
They drugged me, beat me. We got to chatting. She was an aspiring model.
You subscribe to...
Mostly shoe catalogs. It's my smut.
So you masturbate to it?
Ever since the kids were small, I get these blackouts. It's hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. I could walk off the roof of a building and not know it.
Wait a minute. As far as I know, all his communication is monitored.
What can I say? Prisons are like knitting circles. Word gets around.
What are the chances the warden's gonna know what's going on right under his fucking nose? You might as well call. Classic damsel in distress.
How is the study valid if our subjects can compare notes? Wouldn't it be cross-contamination?
These are 2 organized killers, but they're on opposite sides of the spectrum when it comes to what they'll admit to. Kemper is overly forthcoming. Brudos denies everything, even when confronted with evidence. So don't back him into a corner.
Guys, post-conviction sorting, what good is that? We need pre-apprehension info, not post.
You know, Bill, all categories are important for cross-referencing and sorting. I'll bet you dinner that this guy's got more to add. He said he started blacking out when his kids were small, so he isn't averse to talking about his family. Well, you don't have to talk about your family. You can make one up. It's just about building rapport.
We know that you've been jumped in here a few times. What was it about her?
She popped my cherry.
That seems kind of old-fashioned.
Why would friends send you shoes?
Started as a goof, got out of hand.
That's interesting.
We caught up on the phone.
Right.
Nice woman.
One time my mom walked in on me jacking off.
She checked our book bags when she found them on me. Oh, I thought she'd go berserk, but she was just curious.
There's nothing wrong
If
with...
what we're doing doesn't get under your skin, you're either more screwed up than I thought, or you're kidding yourself.
Well, you baited him with those shoes, and you lied to him about his wife.
He pulled that bullshit about Kemper, so we use the same tactic.
So it was revenge?
No. Speaking his language.
This is a scientific study, not a locker room hazing.
Let me explain something, Wendy.
Please.
Guys communicate in a certain way. It can be rough, but it's like a code. It gets out the conflict.
Well, thank you for illuminating me on male rituals. You threw our questionnaire right out the window.
Your questionnaire, which wasn't working.
All you wanted to do was force him to admit that he wears women's clothes.
Yeah? Get under his disguise.
Cross-dressing is part of his psychology. His fixation on women's clothes, women's bodies, wanting to own them, wanting to inhabit them. If we can understand that, we can recognize it in another killer.
Cross-dressing is not an antecedent to homicidal behavior.
I didn't say that.
For most people, it's a harmless form of expression.
Most people.
Those who do it.
But it's usually sexual, right? And we know sex drives our subjects.
It's sometimes sexual. Transvestism has been practiced in every era, in every human culture.
If you want to teach a class, go back to Boston.
You weren't speaking his language. You were persecuting him about something that challenges your masculinity.
What?
That interview was personal.
No, this is personal.
Guys.
You're being irrational.
Oh, Jesus.
Where's this coming from?
I don't know. Maybe shock? At your total lack of objectivity?
We were supposed to be objective. Because I seem to remember you encouraging us to use our families to get to him. How objective is that?
We have to use strategies.
I said use fake information as long as you establish rapport.
That's not what you said. And it's not possible. It is not possible to communicate with someone like Brudos and be fake. We can hassle him or we can open up to him. But either option has a cost. Because I really don't want to send him to a shrink.
Me neither.
I'm exhausted, Nancy. Could we table this for tonight? Kid's kind of a Houdini, though. Maybe I should get a safe.
When you're not at the golf course, you're angling to get there.
Burning the shoes seared them into his mind as forbidden. But he did hit upon how young we are when we start to form preferences.
So when did that come in? Hey, Bill. I've been thinking about another angle with Brutos. Remember what Wendy said about deflecting responsibility?
Save it. Tell him to look at the knots that were used to tie her up. They're nautical. And Fairfield is landlocked.
Somebody got up on the wrong side of the bed.
Road school was a cakewalk. I didn't mind talking about this stuff, but I'm running on fumes.
Can you take a break? Times have changed. You don't have to be the good soldier.
He's fucking immune. How do I tap into that?
That was astounding.
Well, don't sound so surprised.
You've been holding out on me.
Isn't that what nice girls do?
To your culinary skills.
Enough.
And you put up with my tendency to go on.
That I do.
This... It's just not you.
Yeah, Holden, that's the point.
Oh, baby.